The woman picked up the champagne and smashed it against the submarine, and the bottle that should have been smashed bounced back intact, which made the Soviet officers and soldiers present very embarrassed, because according to naval tradition, the champagne did not break on behalf of the omen of misfortune, and this K-19 submarine was thus jinxed and known as the Widowmaker by the soldiers. At that time, when the US and the Soviet Union to fight for supremacy, the Soviet Union, in order to show the US military nuclear counterattack capability, decided to send K-19 nuclear submarine to perform an emergency military exercises. At this time, all the officers and men on board did not expect. A nightmare has opened. Before the departure of the soldiers began to prepare the supplies. The chaos, a soldier took the wrong medicines. Accompanied by a doctor, rushed to catch up with the out, but was hit by a truck and died on the spot. But this is just the beginning. November 12, 1960, K-19 submarine officially launched into service under the command of the captain. The submarine slowly dived to leave the port, but the accident happened again. In the dive to a depth of 40 meters, a new recruit found that the submarine actually began to leak. Experienced veterans told the new recruits.
Don't worry, it'll stop once the pressure increases.
The captain then ordered a simulation of a small fire in the galley of the boat. The soldiers nervously started to rescue the boat, but because of their lack of familiarity with the submarine, the time specified by the captain was seriously exceeded. The captain was very dissatisfied with the result and asked the soldiers to do it again, and the rest of the time was just endless maneuvers until the submarine reached the Arctic Circle, where the sonar detected that there was an ice sheet forming in the vicinity of the submarine. The submarine's captain suggests an emergency dive and then continue with the exercise, but the captain disagrees, reasoning that ice formation doesn't stop during a war, and the enemy won't give you a chance to dive, and just take this opportunity to have a state of war exercise. The captain orders the soldiers to urgently load their torpedoes, but the accident occurs again. A soldier's hand stuck into the chain, fingers were pinched off on the spot. A sight of the soldiers over to rescue, the torpedo instantly lost balance, smashed another soldier, this training losses. But the captain is disregarded to dissuade, insisted on continuing the training. The good thing is that the soldiers finally succeeded in loading the torpedo. The submarine has finally arrived at the mission site, but the more horrible accidents will happen again.